Chalmers for the tie. Wow! Oh my goodness! Michael Jordan. Big finish. Dreams to come true. Oh, it almost went in. As good as it gets.
From the campus of Texas A&M University in College Station, it's the #1 team in college basketball, the Kentucky Wildcats, and the Texas A&M Aggies. 3 unbeatens left in the country, with Kentucky at the head of the class. Clark, I don't think the expectations are any higher for any program itself.
If not, they want to try to score late in the clock.
It's Caruso with a wonderful feed on top coming in from the senior Jordan Green.
Robertson, he's got to go to work and be effective in there. Pretty good shot attempt that time.
Space saves it. House with a 3. That is Daniel House. The drive inside. He works up against the defense of Lyles. And a Kentucky
by Texas A&M, and that's exactly what they'll need, Kevin. They've got to convert on those opportunities.
In place of him at the free throw line is Daniel House. Kentucky, and this platoon system has been talked about, and John has done this in the past certainly, but Kentucky 5. Dakari Johnson double twisting and knocked away in him.
And Kevin, Kentucky is just out of rhythm here offensively. Credit the defense of Texas A&M. They've got them well scouted, and they understand exactly what they're trying to do, which is force perimeter shot. But you can't leave him. He's made 12.
He's 3 of 3 to start, and outside Lyles. He'll put in a 3, the second for the Kentucky Wildcat offense.
Yeah, nice pseudo penetration, and not really worry about where the ball was. It would be Willie Cauley-Stein defensively. So active.
Another drive inside. More points in the paint. Allen, the freshman. Notting is always a team like Kentucky, any team on the road, weathering the early emotional storm.
Well said. They've got to defend better, though. They are not in their stand.
Allen, he throws it away. And Booker to Harrison at the other end. Aaron puts it in with ease. The fast break points there, and the points off. Devin Booker. He's hit 2 threes coming off the bench
since early in the ball game.
Robertson against Cauley-Stein. Booker throwing a hand of defense in there. And again, they score in the paint. And now they got Andrew Harrison inside with the crash and the foul on A&M. Robinson hits the deck hard.
Good job by Andrew Harrison off that turnover to go right to the rim. I always felt like anytime you had the ball, you had decent ball skills, and defenders backpedaling in the open.
The margin for error is so thin.
Paper thin.
Under 9 to go in the first half from College Station. Against Johnson, it's Robinson. Robertson puts it in. Now he's cleaning up well with an offensive rebound and 2. Aaron Harrison, a 3.
Terrific. That is beautiful basketball there.
He's got 5 in the answer at the other end with a deuce.
And this is the Daniel House that the coaching staff thought they would see. He missed some time early.
Devin Booker. Wow. What shot. Deficit has been as high as 10. Over 50% shooting for Texas A&M this afternoon. Shot clock at 5. Robinson with the mismatch on Lyles. Maneuvers, fakes, and leads. It's the biggest lead at 12 for Texas
this season.
They go inside, but look at the white jerseys all over Karl Anthony Towns, who slithers in and comes up with his first 2. And it was Alabama.
Both zone and man-to-man. That's too much time for Andrew Harrison, and Kentucky just continues to chip away. And it's been a little bit off the rails for the Aggies the last few trips.
2.5 to play in the half. The steal by Aaron Harrison. Miller is there, and he knocks it away. It was clean, and then the foul on the foul by of the year. Player of the year in the state of New Jersey. Leads the team in shot blocking, and as Cal was saying earlier this week, I need more effort out of him. I got Andrew from Aaron Harrison, and the tap in on the follow by Karl Anthony Towns.
That's the kind of energy John Calipari's talking about. Really ran the floor, never gave up on the post.
Space tries to get it. He can't, and Towns, and then Willie Cauley-Stein scores.
Preparation and being able to work through adversity within game.
Well, in Kentucky's schedule, Clark has contained at one time or another 5 ranked opponents. They've beaten those ranked opponents by an average of 17 points. And those opponents all in the...
Like when you're playing cards, euchre or spades, and you've got all the trump cards, you play them. You just go ahead and expend them. And that's what Kentucky, I think, will try to do here in the...
How hard, and we began the show this way, how hard will it be, do you think? And you've kind of touched on it, but to sum it up, this season is going to be filled with the...
I'm in the conference, and I think it could be a team like LSU on the road. Arkansas is good enough to go into Lexington and win.
And here comes Aaron Harrison the other way. Andrew Harrison right down the lane, untouched. And Kentucky is up with their biggest margin of 2. Towns, and now Booker the triple. Got it!
That's a great pass by Towns.
In overtime earlier this week in Lexington, by 3 over the Rebels of Ole Miss. Robinson right down the lane into the defense and gets it to go. Wow. That was a pretty play. He's got 6.
It sure was. I mean, I didn't think he had any room there. Since Kentucky starting to wear down this Texas A&M team, so hard to score against Kentucky, and when you don't make the free ones and you miss open perimeter shots, start of this half, I thought Kentucky came out with a totally different disposition to get the lead here.
How so? He drops the
box out on that free throw line against Kentucky.
Towns at the line. I can only imagine how aggressive, how intense these Kentucky practice.
I mean, those defenders.
You can see how this Kentucky team, with all the expectations and all the tremendous talent they get as freshmen, block out the noise and the clutter. But it takes time. It's a process.
Well, we saw it last year with a number of these kids really all come together until that tournament run all the way to the championship game.
Robinson scooping and tapping in his own miss. Learning a lot, taking control.
Will be an integral part of it.
Another steal with the clean breakaway by Aaron Harrison. Dropping it.
They've shown it most of the time. They've shown it off and on throughout the ball game. And you've got to be able to do that. Rebound out of it.
House with only Andrew Harrison or Aaron Harrison back, and House with a nice drive, and he's got 17. He's got 7 in the second half. And now it is a 4-point game. So another into 2 to the rack. It's a 2-point game. With the #1 defense in college basketball, pushed to overtime in their first Southeastern Conference game earlier this week and pushed today. It's a 3 and it's down. Harrison knocks down a big-time triple. He's got 12. Jackson slithering the other way, finding Robertson inside. Approaching 4 to go.
I think that was a fortuitous bounce more than an assist, but the Aggies will take it. Beautiful job by Andrew Harrison on the last Kentucky possession. A lot of missed free throws both ways, but Kentucky a little more proficient.
Here's Andrew Harrison. Tough game Andrew did against Louisville when he was only 1 of 6. Coming in to today after the last couple games together, 3 of 13 combined.
The first good available shot, though. And they want to play late in the clock, and I understand that, but I would be looking to take the first good shot.
Shot clock at 8 for Robinson. He knocked it in with a long...
Because you put Kentucky in a position maybe to foul you as well.
Like Caruso right here. No foul. Johnson gobbles it up.
Now you got a foul. You got a foul here.
2-on-1, Andrew Harrison. Picked up by Robertson. House. Up and off, and a foul called on Kentucky. Free throws, House 1 of 5. Aaron Harrison for the win. And he's been in that position before. We go to overtime.
Lead with under a minute to go. And now we go an extra 5 minutes of hoops.
So people trying to put this Kentucky team in perspective. Devin Booker. Fouled, he'll go to the line. Count it for 2. Big time play and 16 for Devin Booker.
It sure was.
Time. They had only 1 field goal in the last 9 minutes of red clock at 8. the zone defense. Lyles, Ulis found him, and Lyles, when going up, was hacked at by Mr. Basketball in Indiana, and the freshman from Indianapolis. Lyles has not been to the free throw line this afternoon.
20 missed free throws between these teams so far. A bad day at the line. And continue.
Yeah, boy, it sure does. Robinson will control. House. The dance on Booker in the drive, and Booker tried to swipe the ball away and picks up a Kentucky foul.
Pretty good strategy for Texas A&M.
Well, from the line now. Hightower High School in Sugar Land, Texas. 26th ranked player in the country out of high school. Went to Houston.
He's made his last 4 free throws.
Ulis, Aaron Harrison.
He's trying to shoot a 3.
Off the rim, picked up by Lyles. And fouled in. Lyles 0-2 from the stripe today. 68. 68.
I think he was in this position against Mississippi and missed a couple.
68% for the season. 1-point game, 6.1 to go.
Kentucky has shown a great ability to get missed free throw rebounds.
Trey Lyles to tie it. They'll bring in Marcus Lee, tied in overtime. Robinson. The screen by Robertson, and Robinson cannot hit the shot at the buzzer. It is our second overtime coming up in College Station, Texas. Aggies, and across the lane, Robertson. Beautiful shot. Lyles tries to sneak one inside. He does to Dakari Johnson. Beautiful pass.
Excellent execution again.
Caruso moving up on the defensive Booker and trying to slip it inside to Robertson. Got it to go and a foul.
Man, that was a heck of a...
From Brooklyn, New York. Played some prep ball down in Florida.
Good looking stroke there.
Yep. You're exactly right.
We got a total of 8 points, and that's all we had in the entire 5. Because if it's caught there, he can dump it down inside to Johnson.
Lyles, 16-footer. I'm shooting 28% in these overtimes. Caruso, good catch by Miller. Bumped into by Johnson. Swatted away inside by Lyles.
Man, he's got his hands all over this. I think it's between 7.5 points and 11 that those 8 guys are
They're high in scoring with 24. Daniel House.
Well, you talked to the coaches, and they talked about waiting for House to break out effective as a pick and pop guy.
Ulis, a 3. Bullseye! Big time triple. Tyler Ulis. Caruso. Robertson. Pushed and fouled. Free throws for him.
Nice pass from Caruso.
First free throw of the afternoon. 2-point game. Number 1 Kentucky, unbeaten at 14-0. They played 5 ranked teams. Bounder for A&M, missing his 2nd consecutive game for Coach Billy Kennedy with a high ankle sprain and a boot on the bench. And here's Johnson at the line. There he is. Strike for the Cats in overtime.
Big.
Big is right.
How about this young team taking...
And Allen with the 3. No. Booker the rebound. Over the back. Climbing was House. And now 8.2 in division schools, which has been the norm in Kentucky for a while since John Calipari has been there. Nonetheless, every experience new. Here's an over.
Very impressive stretch finish here by these Wildcats. And they stay unblemished for another game.
House a 3. And Caruso. And that's it. And Kentucky survives. How about this? 2 consecutive Southeastern Conference games to begin the season for Calipari and Kentucky. And both go to overtime, and terrific efforts by A&M and Ole Miss earlier in the weekend.